Ladies and gentle dudes, thank you so much for being here. Today I'm super excited to bring you the very first ever Mini Painting Papa collaboration. Now, before I get into the video, I would like to make a clarification / apology here. Cobramode reached out over a year ago, asking if I'd be willing to paint and promote some of their models. Obviously, I said sure, and they sent over some files. I eagerly printed them out, primed them up, and that's where they sat, primed, ready to go. I told myself I'd wait because I wanted to get better with my airbrush. I also wanted the video I make to be so next level, I'd have to basically reinvent myself. Believe it or not, both improving with an airbrush and changing one's entire style turned out to be a bit more than I could manage at the time. So, to Cobramode, I'm truly sorry. Thankfully, they reached out to many other painters and content creators who are significantly more responsive and capable than I. That being said, I think I'm ready. I've removed the obstacle of excuse and decided to push forward. Am I an airbrush wizard? No. Have I become a mini painting Martin Scorsese? Obviously not. So what's changed? Why is now the time to work on this when, on paper, nothing has changed? Well, to be honest, I realized I created my own stumbling blocks to success. I told myself I'm not good enough to paint this, or my video style isn't on par with the creators I look up to. The worst part, I believed it for over a year. This is something that my channel is technically dedicated to, helping people overcome the trepidation of trying. An important part of overcoming an obstacle is acknowledging its existence. The next step is to gauge a realistic approach. What areas can I go around? What are the pitfalls, the snags? And ultimately, how am I going to get past this? In the case of the Cobramode conundrum, looking back, I can see I placed two very undefined and unrealistic obstacles in my path. I gave myself no measurement of success, no indication of accomplishment. I generically said, until I get better. Well, get better how? When will I know? When will I be ready? These questions couldn't be answered, so the minis sat. But not anymore, baby. The beauty of realizing I placed my own obstacles to success is that I was simply able to remove them. Screw not being good enough. You'll never get better if you tell yourself you can't improve. You'll never grow if you intentionally avoid challenges. It's like when I would pick one of the only kids I knew I could beat in wrestling to be my sparring partner. It felt awesome in practice, but man, I would get my butt handed to me at the meets. Once I realized I was guaranteeing my own defeat by taking the easy way out, I changed. I asked the kid who'd been wrestling in clubs since he was 5 to be my partner. I hated practice a whole lot more, but when I won my first match, it was all worth it. Point is, don't put undefined and unrealistic obstacles in your own path. If you see an obstacle, examine the crap out of it. Find out what you gotta do to overcome it and continue on your journey as soon as possible. As I'm recording this, I have to mention a piece of cosmic comedy that could only happen on this video. I decided to go for it in just one session. My plan was to print off my reference photos, make a quick plan, snag the paints, and get cracking. I wanted to get a couple different camera angles and I'd just smash it together so I could say I'm done. But almost as a point of emphasis, it wasn't until I was about 75% completed with the project that I realized my main overhead camera ended up slipping, so for nearly all my footage, I was painting off screen, and the SD card in my side camera stopped working. It just goes to show, you can spend your whole time worrying about perfection, but even when you think you have it dialed in, something stupid might happen and blow your plan out of the sky. Why waste time procrastinating due to perfection when you could just get it done? Paint that model you've set aside for a rainy day. Make that video you've been hemming and hawing over. Live your life. Improvise your plans, adapt as situations change, and overcome your obstacles. Anyway, enough philosophy. Let's take a look at these amazing minis by Cobramode. So, I decided to touch up the bases a little bit on these guys and kind of finish them. This one I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do, so it's just a bunch of watercolors. I think it's walking on light shafts or something. I don't know, really. I just kind of decided to do it. I want this one to look like he's training on a beach. So I have the water and the waves and the sand, and I have like the dry sand and then the wet sand and then the little waves coming in. And I wasn't sure to do this guy, so I just did your standard grass, a little grass tuft, some mottling in the grass, so it wasn't all just one uniform color. But I think with the light color robes and the red sash thing, it looks pretty cool contrast. Over here, the purple one, I have the swirling vortex. He's coming out of the water, getting ready to throw the massive star. I love this one a lot, actually. And finally, I have the flamethrower one. He's burning the grass. He's burning the grass. You can actually see the line of flame coming up onto the grass. Then I have a little tuft here where I painted one side black and then like it's catching on fire. There's your regular tuft right there. So that right there, I'll just bring these guys back out here. So there they are in all their glory, the Cobramode miniatures. So there you have it. There's my review of the Cobramode miniatures. There are so many more out now. Since it was a year ago, they've released tons of different files, amazing files, and their artistic style has gotten even better. So please go check them out. I know they're on Patreon, and I know you can follow them on Instagram. That's where I kind of met them. I also did a blog article about them a while ago. You can kind of read more of my in-depth thoughts about that. I'll put a link down below. Thank you so much, Cobramode, for reaching out and asking if I'd be interested in doing this. I'm terribly sorry it took as long as it did. It took way too long. But again, thank you for your patience. And viewer, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for coming along this journey with me and understanding that it's a struggle sometimes to get out of your own way. Sometimes as a perfectionist, you create your own obstacles and you create your own stumbling blocks. And realistically, the only one that can help get over that is you. Again, thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions about the models, about getting in contact with Cobramode, or even just kind of what I talked about, this philosophy of getting out of your own way, put it in the questions below. I will respond to you. Thankfully, I'm a very small channel, so I'm able to respond very quickly. Something else you could do is you could join my Discord. My Discord link is in the description below as well. If you want more of kind of a chit-chat, fun community experience, it is free to join. There are no blocks, there's no requirements to get in, there's no participation requirements, you're not going to get kicked if you don't post, that kind of thing. But it is an awesome opportunity to get together with a bunch of people who have the same ideas and love the hobby, and you can just get together and you can get critiques, you can get advice, you can have tons of inspiration. It's just a great place to be. So check out the Discord if you're not a member already. Finally, if you really like what I do have a Patreon. At this moment, because this is technically a hobby and I'm only allowed to dedicate so much of my time to it, there's not a lot of rewards there. It is basically serving purely as a support for the channel. Right now, any Patreon funds go to keeping the Discord channel boosted, I think it is, nitro boosted. Also, it pays for my video editing software and anything else as far as paying for prizes for giveaways and things like that. So right now, 100% of any money that comes in from Patreon goes directly back to either the channel or the Discord. So if you like what I do, there are a few levels there. I am wanting to do more things involving my patrons, such as reading things off, reading off their names, giving shout outs, and things like that. I just got to try and figure out what I can do, because I know that giveaways and whatnot are tricky. So again, thank you so much for watching. I know this is a long video. Thank you so much for staying to the end of it, but I hope to see you in the next one. I don't know why I did this. What is this? Why? 1 second, baby. Yeah. Hold, please.
That's my candy.
Your candy's not in here. You mean your cotton candy?
Yeah.
Okay, 1 second. Come on. Had to try and find cotton candy. Couldn't find it.